everyone, my name is Tanya and I own too many books. Recently I've been buying some new books and I've noticed that I already don't have enough space to put them on my bookshelves, and I thought that I should probably clean out my bookshelf and give some of my books to other people so that they can read it, because I already have too many and I don't need all of them. I know that I won't reread most of them. There are two problems for me of having too many books. The first problem is that I don't have enough space to put some new books that I buy, and the second problem is that in the future I plan to move out to study abroad, hopefully, and so I will move to another country, and of course I won't be able to take all of my books with me, so I thought it will be a good idea to start and already to get rid of some of my books that I don't already need, but someone else can need them and they will benefit from reading them, so they won't just stand here useless, someone else can use them. Of course, my first thought was to give them to my friends because I don't really want to sell them. I prefer to give it to someone that I know. In Russia, we don't really have that second-hand culture, and especially with clothes, I don't know, but with books we don't have it at all. For example, when I was in France, I saw that there were a lot of bookshops that sell second-hand books, and you can buy their second-hand books very, very cheap, for like €1 or even less, and you can also sell your own books that you don't already need. And there are also those cool things, I don't know how they're called, maybe like boxes for books, but in French it's boîte à livres. So it's a little box for books that you can usually find in parks, and there are books that people leave, and you can leave there the books that you don't need and you can take someone else's books, which I think is a very, very cool idea, but in Russia we don't have those boxes at all. At least when you go on the street, when you go to the parks, you won't find them, and I live in Moscow, which is the capital, so we don't have them, unfortunately. Yes, I think that's a really cool idea. So my only possibility to give some books away is to give them to my friends. So my strategy will be first to choose the books that I want to give, and then ask my friends. I will text them, I will send them the pictures of my books, they can take my books. The reason why I have so many books, and what you see here is not all of them, I also have like this huge closet. It's not a closet, but like a bookshelf thing. And I also have a bookshelf for language related books and like books in other languages. I have a bookshelf for books that I used for my studies and for like research projects. I have a third bookshelf for my textbooks. I also have another bookshelf dedicated to art books, so that's a lot of books. And the reason behind that is that, well, in Russia we don't have a culture of like giving away your books that you already read. So even if you read them, you just keep them and create like a home library. And most of the people I know, they have like libraries, like small libraries in their houses, and there is a reason behind that too, is that during the USSR period it was really hard to buy books and you couldn't always find the books that you want. So when people could buy them and when they could find them, they treated them like treasure, I don't know, but they wanted to keep them, so they would buy them and create like home libraries to keep the books for their children and other generations. So books were really important and people used to save them like this. And so my parents, they had quite a lot of books. I understood that I really like reading, and my parents also understood that, so they started buying a lot of books for me, and we still have that mentality of not giving most of them and keeping most of them. So I just ended up having a lot of books. They're like kids books that I don't read, but I read them like as a kid, and I still have them because we don't give them away. But also I need to say that we of course gave some of the kids books to other kids, but we still have some left. So yeah, I also really like that idea of creating your own little library and having a lot of books. I even have my ex-libris that I put on my books. There are some books that I'll obviously not need, so that's the time to get rid of them. So I will just tell you the categories of books that I will give to other people. I have like English books that I know that I will not read, and I have French kids books. I also have English kids books. Then I have kids books in Russian. Then I have a huge pile of books like this, which are translated books. I still have to ask my family if they want to read any of those, but if not, I will probably give them to my friends as well.